She's the best-selling author of The Paris of the East, and fans will be pleased to know that she's released a sequel to the historical novel. The Paris of the West follows Selina and her family as they begin rebuilding their lives following World War II. So without giving too much away, Karen, what is in store for Selina and her family?
Well, Selina and her family arrive on a Liberty ship into the Bay Area in San Francisco in 1948. They have high hopes for their new future after surviving war. But of course, they've got the trauma of war to deal with, and they've lost loved ones, so they have to deal with that grief. So things won't be as easy as they hope, and there's more betrayal and heartbreak around the corner.
So was it always the plan for you to write a follow-up novel?
Well, the fans of the first book decided that I should be writing this book. I had no intentions of writing a follow-up. But I thought, yes, why not? They're wonderful characters, and last scene they were in communist Poland, and future looked very bleak. So I thought, yay, let's take them to America. They could have a lovely time there. But of course, taking them to America, they're new immigrants. There's going to be lots of hurdles for them, so that creates drama. And I knew from a lot of my research that, brave, stoic people that got through the war, usually they fell apart when they were in safety. And that's, without giving too much away, that's what happens to my characters. They're in safe San Francisco, and emotionally they fall apart.
And you couldn't have picked a better title for the book, could you?
Well, I couldn't believe it. I'd already chosen San Francisco as my destination because many Polish people immigrated to San Francisco after the war. But when I was researching book names, actually my husband discovered this, the Paris of the West. It was an advertising slogan to get people from the east coast of America to travel to San Francisco. But when I discovered that, I thought, that's like a sign. It's so perfect that, my characters are going to be in San Francisco. And I love the symmetry of Selina and her family coming from the Paris of the East, which is Warsaw, and going to the Paris of the West, which is San Francisco.
You underwent extensive research for the first novel. Was it very much the same for this one?
Lots of research involved. I actually travelled to San Francisco and physically went to the places that are in the book to make sure that it was accurate. Then the challenge was walking the streets and walking back in time. So an example is I went to the Palace of Fine Arts that a lot of people have been to. It's beautifully restored. It looks amazing today. But back in 1948, it was a crumbling ruin, so I had to write it in as it was. Another example would be the Fillmore district in San Francisco. It's unremarkable today, it's just a suburban neighbourhood. Back in 1948, it was a 20-city square block of jazz clubs, and all the music greats loved it. That inspired a new character. Her name's Serafina, and she's a jazz singer. And in turn, she comes from a winemaking family that live in Sonoma. So again, we get this research about Sonoma. And I had a lot of fun researching the wine families of the era. And it just took the book in different directions.
So how similar is this book in comparison to the first?
Quite different. The Paris of the East is more epic in scope, so it covers the entire period of the Second World War, and it's more action focused, and you get a lot of the world conflict coming through. The Paris of the West is a much more intimate novel, so my characters come to safety, but emotionally it's difficult for them, so it's really about their emotional lives, not greater world events. So readers are taken on a journey alongside them as they struggle to overcome the many obstacles that come their way.